Good evening friends, welcome to your Learner 171's channel. Let us do analysis for tomorrow, that is for expiry, that is on 8 June 2023. But before going any further, let us analyze what we did analysis for today, that is yesterday what we discussed for today. आज के लिए कल क्या discuss किया था. So we had a pretty clear discussion expecting all the three scenarios, gap up, gap down and flat. In gap up we discussed two scenarios, right? अगर gap up 18700 के पास होता है, if gap up is happening closer to 18700 with a negative price action of 15 minutes, then we would see for shorting. But if any gap up is happening closer to 18660, right? अगर कोई गैप अप 18660 के पास होता है और अगर पॉजिटिव प्राइस एक्शन करता है या फिर रिट्रेस होके ऊपर जाता है, वी वुड बी इंटरेस्टेड इन लॉन्ग. Frankly speaking, seeing this first 3 hours sideways movement, yesterday also I drawed a rectangle, right? I explained you what kind of price action we are not interested in. I clearly showed it in this way, this kind of rectangle price action. Again, here, this kind of, again, I'll take another rectangle. This kind of rectangle price action, right? This, like what, when I say rectangle, what I mean is this sideways. ऐसा sideways जाने वाला price action, this is what we are not interested in because what it does, it eats the premium, right? It eats the premium. Even though this scenario has been beautifully perfect for a call buying, but that is what we say. We always expect this kind of price scenario, or even if it is coming down, right? Higher highs, when we say that the previous any new high should be higher to the previous high. This is the scenarios we expect, right, for higher highs, and this is the scenario we expect for lower lows, the one that you can see. So आज के first 3 hours के बाद, if one had missed the chance, it's okay, it's completely fine. But remember, 2 days ago I had posted in the previous video also, and also on money control, I had mentioned that somewhere on 5th of June, closer to 12:45, closer to this time, that the scenario is completely perfect. And also in the video I mentioned that for bull call spreads, where of course even if losses will happen, the losses will stay limited, right? But the profits would be good decent enough, because from 18600 there is an opportunity for going up. And you may see that today we have closed somewhere around 18726, 18730. Also another thing on weekly frames is I had discussed that of course weekly candle is yet to be completed, which will be completed on Friday, right? The weekly candle, not the expiry, which is tomorrow, but the weekly candle. I had explained that if there is one red, one green, one red, one green, we have a good probability of going green as long as this low, of 18464 is not broken, and the closing was at somewhere at 18534. Yeah, 18534 के पास ये, this was the closing, right? 18534. तो यहाँ से we said that there is an opportunity for going 18600, 700, which is also completed here, right? So both the targets were completed. Now what further? Now as we are aware that tomorrow is RBI policy, right? And even if we say that event is factored in, even if we say XYZ things are about to happen, right? But still the event is event, and what will happen during the event we are not sure. That is the reason I would not trade for the expiry, right? I am not interested in taking any trades tomorrow, because what happens whenever a local or global event is about to come, कोई भी local या global events में charts become more volatile, right? There are huge price actions. You may see the February का candle also when the budget was announced. Let me just come back to 1st Feb. When was the 1st Feb's candle? It must be closer to this. Look at this 1st Feb candle. I'll just close all the lines. Look at this 1st Feb candle. This was when the time budget was announced. Now, of course, we are not saying that this event should be bigger than that, or that event should be lesser than any other event. But whenever the events are to be come and some volatility is expected, look at this candle. It is having high wick here also. It is having high wick here also, and rest of the days are arrested inside this candle. So both the buyers and sellers were confused, right? So trading on such days, especially for that particular day when expiry is also there, right? When expiry is also there, some longs may be unwinded, some shorts may be added, anything can happen. That is the reason I am not interested to take any trade for Thursday. Thursday ke liye I am not interested. I also mentioned that bull call spreads on 5th of June itself. I had mentioned that ki bull call spreads when we closed here, well, it was 5th June here, right? I already said that. On 5th of June, I mentioned that if one is taking monthly bull call spreads, right, understanding the risk involved in it, that there would be lesser losses and good gains, and we are already here. So if one is in the bull call spreads, it is better to continue, right? It is good to continue. Again, as long as trailing their SLs, if again it is coming at, not respecting the higher highs and again coming back to the previous low swings, it is better to exit at least in some profits. So what again, coming back to the important question, what for tomorrow? If we are not looking at expiry. Now, most important thing here is on days frame, on days frame, coming back and just bringing back all these lines. So you may see that I'll come back to the same old classic explanation. Since 29th of March, we are in a very good uptrend, right? I just need to draw this line again considering this factor. But okay, so you may see that since since 29th of March, we are in the upper trend, और कोई भी जो पहली red candle बनी थी in this upper trend on days frame, the low of that day has not been broken. Like here, the low was not broken. Like here, the low was not broken. Like here, the low was not broken. Even if it gets broken, whether it is closed or not, that is also important, right? कि यहाँ पे एक low बना है. Next day's candle ने उस low के नीचे वापस कोई low बना के वो swing low तोड़ा था क्या? No, all the swings are high. In the upper trend, we see HH, that is higher height swing. So all the swings are higher highs, and you may see that low is not broken. The low that we were speaking since last Friday, what की 18460 needs to be broken for in order for a downward price action. वो अब तक नहीं हुआ. So what happens now? Whenever the day's candle is approaching a new resistance, for example, when day's candle was approaching 17800, it again retraced, did some profit booking, didn't break the previous swing low, and then when it came down, the dip was the good opportunity to buy. As we say in the upper trends, buy the dip, right? Not buy on the high. Do not buy on the high, or else the premium will be decayed, or else you will suffer the losses, right? Or else it is not beneficial, right? Sometimes it may keep on going up. यहाँ से वापस नीचे आने की जगह it can again go up, right? But why to take the risk? Let it dip, you buy, and again it goes up. Again, which was the higher, which was this resistance? 18200, considered to be a very tougher resistance, right? You may see so much of consolidation, sideways. First of all, when the very first time it came here, again dipped, again came here, again dipped, and again then went for 18450, right? 18450 and all. This was the time. This was when on 16th of May. See, again it dipped towards the previous support, right? The resistance which converted into support but didn't break the swing low. Understand that. If it is retracing and breaking the swing low, then it is changing the trend. अगर नीचे जा रहा है and breaking the swing low, it is changing the trend, right? But अगर नीचे जा रहा है, swing low is not getting broken. If it is coming down, swing low is not getting broken. This is the right time, right? Like seeing this bullish hammer, right? This hammer, when the swing low came, a perfect bullish hammer has happened here. What was the day? 19th May. This was a good opportunity again to go long, right? From here, if one has gotten long and may see that a retracement is happening, again it is good to book profit. See, then again once when someone entered here, this was the good time. Now again a retracement has happened and we are at the upper end. Now what? So that is the reason buying at the top may be beneficial or maybe not, but we do not want to go in something which is not sure, right? Isliye buying at the top is not the idea, but as long as dips keeps on coming, right? Any dip which is again getting closer to 18650, 18680, 18600, that would be the perfect scenario to buy, right? That would be the perfect scenario. What if we open gap up? Anyone who has been active since the previous time, right? 18600, 650, that person would still have the opportunity to book some lots and keep some lots with him, right? If someone is having like, let's say if someone is having like 10 lots, that person may book out 5 lots and keep 5 lots with him, or may book out 7 or 8 lots and keep 2-3 lots with him. So there is no chance of profit booking and it may keep on continuing, right? So that is the reason gap up scenario we are not interested. We are seeing for upcoming week, right? For upcoming week or even for monthly trends from upcoming Friday, right? So upcoming week ke liye, if a gap up happens, right? If a gap up happens, retraces again down, makes a positive price action, we may be interested for long, right? If a gap up happens, retraces down, keeps the action again upwards only, and again if the event is also completed, right? The event, it will start at 10 a.m. Let us consider 10:30, 10:45, whatever the timing is. After the closing of event, even let's say in the second half, if one enters somewhere closer to 11:30 a.m. वगैरह, if gap up is happening, it is retraced and again maintained, then the next weekly trades can be initiated, right? All the way for the higher highs, right? What was the high? The high that Nifty made was I guess it is somewhere closer to 18,887. Let me just reconfirm it. Yes, it is 18,887. So if any gap up is happening, if it is retracing, right, and again going up, then I'm interested in a long to see whether the again the 80 edges getting broken or not. Now seeing all the swings maintained, there is a probability of 80 edge getting broken, and even for the probability of 19,000, as long as long as the swing lows are not getting broken, right? Because this swing lows have not been broken since when? Since 29th March 2023. Hamesha swing lows have been maintained on days frame, right? If swing lows gets broken, then again all the higher highs ka probability, all the 19k wala probability, again it vanishes, right? There is no probability for it. That is the reason. Coming back to the point, if it opens high, retraces down, comes back up, we are interested in further weekly trades. We may get interested in further monthly trades also, considering the risk reward. Okay, so that is the thing. What if we open flat only, right? What if we open flat and again what if we open flat and start pumping upward only? A flat opening, still maintaining the price action, the event is completed. Flat opening, maintaining the price action, event is going on, event is completed, and after that again from the second half, let's say 11:30, considering 11:30 also, higher highs price action is maintained, which is crossing 18,730, 18,740, still there is a good probability of pumping, right? As long as higher highs is maintained, we are interested. A gap up opening, if starts coming down, and if a gap up opening starts coming down and down somewhere closer to 18,600 or breaking 18,650, again if a positive price action is made there, we can take trades for the upcoming week, right? Because it is still the buy the dip scenario. The buy the dip scenario would not change as long as the support which is shifted at the higher end. 18,460 again stays the strongest support. As long as this is not broken, this scenario will be maintained, right? So dip will be a buying opportunity. That is the thing. A flat opening, again if starts coming down and down, again if it starts coming down and gets closer somewhere to 18,600 or let's say 18,600 or 18,580, and from there again a positive price action is made, we are interested in high. No shorting for even if it is gap up, no shorting if it is flat. What if it opens gap down now? If it opens gap down, I think so probability is less, but let's say even if it opens gap down, right? Any gap down which is closer to 18,600, again with a positive price action, I'm interested in buying. Now my motive or now my price action towards shorting will only be shifted if 18,460 is broken, right? And again we may see that let's say if in upcoming months, if 19,000 comes, right? If in upcoming months 19,000 comes, which is again a new psychological target point for many buyers who were inside this trade, right? From 19,000, if again a new negative price action comes in, we may see that from 19,000 again for some booking points of 100 points, 200 points for shorting. But for the moment, for tomorrow, we are not taking trade. For upcoming weeks, I would say that anyone who was in from 5th of June, they can carry their weekly trades, obviously, with the bull call spreads. And we have already discussed flat, gap up, gap down scenario. We are not interested in shorting as long as 18,460 is not broken and sustained on days frame, right? This scenario is completely suiting buy on dips, right? Buy on dips. That is what is the strategy. On that note, I'll just close this video. Thank you so much for watching.